Okay, I think we're live. Ayo everybody, I'm Braxton Wise. This is Third Copy Studio. Wow, my mic sounds really loud today. Anyway, Ayo Strider. You're not really here. Well, okay. Your secret is safe with me. No one will know. Oh, man. My coffee. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. I got my coffee sorted out. Ribbit. Alright. A nice friendly ribbit. Let's get ourselves together here. Alright, let's go to the main action. Sorry, I had forgotten that I didn't have anything on there. I know it doesn't look like there's anything there, probably. This is sort of what we were working on yesterday. It's a design. It's a couple. This outer part is going to be the like an overlay. And then the inner part will be like a separate painting. So these are just basic sketches. I'm gonna try to maybe animate him, just animate the mouth. So what I'll need to do is I'll move this so because I realize my frog is kind of sitting in the way. So I want to animate him in the same way I did my frog here. Just animate his eyes and mouth. So that means he'll have to be in a separate piece of software, and then this overlay will be a separate overlay in OBS, and then I will just carefully line them up manually for that scene. Okay. I have references too, and I have some pretty good stuff. We got some pretty good stuff. That's really neat. I like this a lot. Make that a little bit bigger. I really like these, the idea of frog deer, and I like that they're wearing the headbands. I want to do this one and see already I can animate that. So we're gonna draw that. That's gonna be reference, as well as this one. It's gonna be kind of like a Norman Rockwell sort of deal. Little frog children. And the same Santa frog. So this is going to be like the good reference for when we do the inner part. This middle part here. Sorry, just getting my tablet situated. I gotta kind of like line these up with my hands every time, so it sort of falls in line with where my arms are naturally sitting. Otherwise I'm going to be uncomfortable. And we don't need that. Man, my mic sounds so loud. I may have bumped my volume or something. So, are we going to have this as an export? Did I export it? That's the next step. And I've also found more of my old reference stuff. Which, man, we've got some cool stuff. I think I really want to do a lot of these. Maybe we can do some off stream. I can do a Frogecoin like we was going to do as well. Luckily I found all these things. Now we have a ton of these that I was exploring. I don't think this is making it any better, is it? So these things here, I've got all kinds of these references now, Santa Clauses and ornaments and wreaths and Christmas trees, like close-ups of ornaments. I've got our sketches that we did in here, Swedish Della and the sleigh, which I like this one. Yeah, I think that's a good one. I also downloaded another one for reference, and I don't know if we got it in here or... There it is. It's just pointing in another direction. Yeah, I thought that was a cool one. There we go. Yeah, I like that one a lot. The design of it is very open, and that sort of leaves more room for me to draw like clothing and stuff. Yeah, I like it. Man, my mic is just so loud. Okay, now that's a little bit better. So I'm not sure which one I want to use. Do I want to collage them together this time like I did in the other one? I don't know. That took an entire stream. And I feel like that's really not necessary. I really need to just see the stuff. Yeah. For planning, it's fine, but my sketches are kind of all I need. And I know. They're not great sketches. I get this. Like, truly, I do understand. Oh, there's wreath. Nice. This is going to be a good one for, at least I thought this would be good for doing like the upper corner of the piece. This bit up along here. I don't know if I should have them in multiple layers. It would be easier to manipulate them. This will not be here. But you know what? More ideas. We're getting more ideas. So how about this? What if we go a step further? And instead of this being a separate piece, and it will be a separate piece, they'll all be done on their own layers. And they'll be done to also be standalone. But we'll do it as a setup in OBS in layers. So we start off with this as the whole picture. Excuse me. With this as the whole picture. All of this and in the intro. And we've got this with the fire in the background and all that. And then... And this is all treated as one piece. But the assembly of this is in layers, where this is the background. And then I have the source of my video stream, the source of my stream that opens up, fades in, and this being behind that won't be seen. but we'll have the frame and then my stream. And then as the stream fades out, then this, the painting in the back will be, or you know, this part here will come back. I like that. If I can somehow like make a little GIF animation in the fireplace, can I do that? Because wouldn't that be neat? Like we're doing like an entire thing, like the whole thing is a winter piece, but then this part here we could maybe animate a fire so it's literally animated and have like little glowing Christmas lights on this. I need to figure out how to do this, okay, everybody? Maybe there is a yeah, bro, I'm sure there is like some kind of a service that does that for a fee, right? But you know, that has like an overlay like that. You know, there's those overlay people selling you overlays. So maybe there's animated overlays, but maybe I could figure out how to make one. I wonder, is that a software that you can get, or is that? I want to say, what about itch? Hold on. What's up, Mr. Coolish? Mr. freaking Coolish. I hope you are having an amazing day. Strider Finn is here with us as well. I'm sorry to call you out. I'm name dropping today. Let's see. Let's go to itch. Let me lean forward. There we go. So, itch.io. It is Braxton Wise. Mr. Coolest, I hope you are well. I might do well. I might be doing well in the future. We have new things going on in my life. I might actually be moving to Sweden. That's the new stuff. Animate overlay. Yes, maybe not tomorrow, but we're making plans. It's a brand new world, brand new future. It is a big change. Okay, hold on. Let's go over here. Let me drag this over. I'll just make sure I'm not showing anybody's stuff or anything private. What do we got here? I'm wondering now if there's some kind of thing here that we can use that I can build my own animated overlay so we can have like blinking lights on Christmas trees and other stuff. You know, like something that has the tools for it, but not a specific overlay. Did you have a good Halloween? Did you go trick-or-treating, Mr. Coolish? I know it'd be weird though, right? Well, do you have a kid, maybe a niece or a nephew? That's always the fun part. Because then you get to go trick-or-treating as an adult, if you've got kids to take with you. So then it's not as weird. It's more weird if you're out there like, you know, 40, 50-year-old adult dressed up as Fester from the Addams Family. Don't ask me how I know. It's an awkward situation. It's a nice Halloween, hung out with friends. It's nice. It was fun. Nice. I don't know if this is what I'm looking for. It different animated effects, each of them exported on its own sheet with a transparent background. Altered by, bro. I don't know what accent is coming out of my mouth right now. Each of them is exported on its own sheet with a transparent background, ordered by row. Why am I still doing that? It's like muscle memory now. Every asset has its dimensions on the file name. I've used I cannot read these pixel fonts. Is that an E? Endesga 32 palette to create these. These assets are royalty-free. You may use them in any of your projects, commercially and non-commercially alike. Attribution is appreciated but not required. Well, you will get your wish, sir. You will get no attribution. Yeah. No, I'm kidding. I will give him tons, him or her, tons of attribution. All day long. I'm quite good at the attribution. I'm just saying, not to pat myself on the back. But you would never forget it. Alright. Does that mean that we can put these, it's in an overlay, and it just blinks or something? Can we add that? Is it things that I can just add? $1.50, that's way too much. Well, we can't do anything right now. I'm gonna look at stuff. Ooh, Halloween sale. Oh, that's the, okay. 50% off. It's fine. I bind didn't receive the animation files. Hey there, in that case, you might want to contact itch.io support. That isn't, okay, never mind. In other words, they didn't get a thing. Itch like controls the stuff. I guess you have to like upload it and then they met that out when someone buys it. Is it a bundle? A bundle of what? Is it just those two things or everything in the bundle? Is anyone, nobody wants to watch you do this today, Braxton, I know. Let's go to the top because we're probably getting into the weeds here. Twitch overlay. VTuber assets. No, we do not need that. Well, not that kind of VTuber, but oh yeah, I have I still have another PNG model controller that we haven't done yet. Right? It was okay. You know what we did? We did the Frankenstein thing. This Frankenstein project that we did. Let me bring that up. There you go. That's the finished piece, the one we've been working on. I was a teenage Frankenstein. I'm gonna grab this on the other thing and keep that up so you can have a look. That's right, you know, we worked on that all October, and I saved the final bits and finished it on October night and streamed. What's up, Lucidius? Welcome in. We're looking for, well, we're showing this for a bit. I'm going to show that off a little. We're looking for maybe an animated overlay or something. Because here's what I'm thinking. You know, on the Christmas overlay I'm going to try to make, I'm wondering how we can create like a little GIF thing. Oh, yeah, well, we could do that. Oh, just, okay. Right. It's just a GIF. Just a GIF. Braxton Wise. It's just a GIF. Okay. How do we do that then? Do I literally make my entire overlay a GIF? What say ye? Anybody who wants to say anything, I guess. Anybody have an idea about that? Or do you think that sounds like a good idea? I'm thinking that sounds cool. If I make my entire overlay a GIF, then I can animate the lights and stuff. But what I was hoping that there was just some kind of software where I could just add in a picture and add in my overlay and have it do like a controllable thing with software that will add things in as I want them, right? Like the one with effects and things. But I don't know if it would be able to do customized effects like I would want. So I feel like this would be another massive project. But we have like a while. We have, I mean, it's freaking November. What else do we have to do besides grind out some tedious artwork? Thank you very much, Mr. Coolest. I very, very much appreciate that. I'm really happy with the way this turned out. Okay. I don't know. Retro fan art streaming overlay. So look, if we do this, then what would I do? We go back into animation, I suppose. Create an extra layer as a cell. And right. Hello, super cool guy. Welcome in. I'm thinking about doing an animated overlay with like blinking lights and a flickering fire. Yeah. I think it's going to be cool. But that means that this haul has to be an animated GIF. And I can export that to GIF. I can do that. We have the technology. But we're not doing it today. I need to look at that stuff over the week here. As today is the last day of our stream for the week, and our stream week, and I will be doing a lot of research tomorrow. I'll be working on a commission as well, and I have a busy week ahead. So let's get started. Let's turn this off. I hope everyone's doing well today. And let me just work on some kind of background parts, because no matter what, we're gonna at least need to have a layer here, and you know, start fleshing out the ideas for the rendering. We have to start getting sketches to happen. I'm gonna look for more overlay stuff. I'll kill that page in the background, and let's make sure all my stuff, I have access to what I need. Oh, here's another thing, just for anyone, the older viewers of the channel. We have all these old ones, oldies but goodies from the AI redemption days. I saved a whole lot of these because I wanted to do paintings. I wanted to use many for reference in paintings. Oh, there's a Heimdall. This is why I call Heimdall Hammy. Because Heimdall. I know, it's weird. Ooh, I need to do a painting of this. Yeah, see, so we'll be doing a lot of these. We have a lot of reference material. We're going to have a lot of fun. I will not be, oh, there's a Hypno Frog. Remember this one, we did this on the wheel when we spun for new games. We used the Hypno Frog. I want to do another version of that. I'm going to be busy. I have a lot of projects that I want to do. I'll be just sitting here with my stylus taped to my hand, so I can't drop it when I fall asleep. right? Let me get hooked in. What's up, Servo? Welcome in. Oh, also welcome again, super cool guy. Hope you had a good day. We are at our normal time again. Today or last night my clocks got set back an hour. Okay, this is not going to be the sketch itself, so we need to start a new one. And what is this one? Isn't that is that 2K 2560? Right? We'll stick with that one. Oh, wow, why was I doing 300 DPI? Well, we'll have to change that for this one. And where is the sentient ham sandwich deviant art? We can do that. I'm just throwing that out there. That is very much a thing that we could do. But we don't have anything at the moment. Right, good. Record time lapse on. I still haven't checked, but I think that we did all that Frankenstein work without me recording time lapse on that. So we'll have to take all the video footage or something. I don't think I want to do that. But I don't know why my time lapse was turned off. So that kind of sucks. I like having time lapse of all my stuff there. So we need to figure out what I want to actually do. Oh yeah, we still have this, the backgrounds, the wallpapers I was going to make. Let's close that. Okay, so what part do we want to do? If this is all going to be animated, let's work on some wreath edging or something, right? By the way, it's my birthday in a month, so you can prepare for it, please. Okay. Okay. We'll figure something out. We'll figure out like some kind of a side project. Okay? Let's see. How about we do like a frog Darth Vader? I think you asked for that once. Or if you had an idea. Okay. Do I want this outside of here? No, we don't need that outside there. Let's give this a save. Here, it's called, what are we calling it? Winter 25-26 overlay. How about that? Force choke is frog croak. The old Darth Vader force choke. Okay, I got you. Winter. Wait, what did I say this was going to be? Oh, overlay. Okay, and it's tedious, I know, but I need this. My ADHD brain has to have all this information, or I'll look at it later and go, what was that? Even 5 minutes later, I'm like, what? I don't remember that. Here, I have to go through these. This is projects. Wow, this was on I was downloading these other things, so it's set to some other directory. Right, because I was doing all these references the other day. Swinter. Okay, let's see. Or The Simpsons, Bart Frog. That's interesting. I'll think about that. Yeah, I'm kind of interested. I'm a huge Simpsons fan. I think that'd be fun. Of course, I don't know if I want to do the cartoony version or kind of do like my painterly version. Maybe we'll try to do both. I don't know. That's if I do it. We'll keep it a surprise. I'll figure out what I'm going to do. And then we'll start working on it in December. Right, wreath. Okay, so I'm trying to keep my brain on track here. It is not an easy task. It's wreathage, and so let's figure out. Let's zoom in on that. Here we go. This is what I'm using. This little thing here, like I'm thinking to position like that. It doesn't really. The increment is too big. It'd be like that in the corner of here. That's what I'm thinking. So we'll just keep it like this. Come here. I don't think we need a sleigh picture for now. Okay, I think we're good. So now how are we gonna do this stuff? Sketch. I'm wondering if we could, because what I don't want to do is like draw a bunch of this, you know, like a bunch of hairy lines to make one of these things. Let's bring it in to here in the middle. I don't want to do that because there's still no substance to it, you know, even though pine trees still have these things. Ghostbusters, okay, that's another one to think about. Also, I'm a fan of Ghostbusters. I haven't seen the new stuff, but I don't know if those are really for me. I like the original Ghostbusters. The second one was okay. I think I just like the original the best. Wow, how old was I when that came out? I don't know what year it came out, I guess. Somewhere in the 80s, right? I don't know, that'd be like, what? 10, 12? Right, so what if we do something like this? Let me just use a paintbrush instead of drawing it. We paint that in. Except I don't want to overwork it if I want to keep these strokes. So instead, what I would do is to create another layer to put highlights on top. And another one for shadow underneath. It looks like fur. You know, we should have done that for the cat, where the frog was riding the cat with the, you know, the top hat frog. That was a fun one, but I think I could do more with that now. I felt that was kind of stressful, I think. I did not know what I was doing, like, the whole time. I have a little bit more wherewithal now.
Servo1K asked me, is it weird for 4 guys to shoot each other with slime? What subtext can one derive from this concept? Well, shooting each other with slime sounds like a good old fun, messy time. It's all about enjoying the chaos and just letting loose. If there's any subtext, I'd say it's a celebration of silliness and friendship. Nothing too deep. Just a wild, squishy bonding experience. Maybe it's a way to express creativity or relieve stress too. Who doesn't love a good slime battle, right?
Well, you know, I've never had a slime battle, but okay. I'm open. You know what? I just now remembered, so I'm looking over at my other stuff. These other things here that we've been using, I can actually, these days, I could actually paint. I need to paint my own version of it. Ugh. That means I would have to do like a self-portrait. Oh, I love you. Look at you. I forgot about you. James Bond frog. Ooh, that's a neat one. I'll stop. We need to do one of these, and I'll maybe try to do like a self-portrait. I don't know if I want to do that. Well, I don't know. Eventually, I'll have to put my old man face on camera, right? So, might as well start off with a self-portrait. Alright, so let's just see if we can figure out how to make whatever this is. We'll do this like a normal painting. I'll put like some, it looks like a blue-green. I'll scrub in some stuff here, and like we'll block in some shapes. Frank's Big Hype. I'm wondering where that would fit at. Like when this expands out to full size, we have to kind of figure out what would show and what wouldn't. I don't really want to cover everything in here, but I wonder if there's a way for me to map this out and find the dimensions and get them onto here. Well, you know, this the edges here, all this extra stuff, like all the controls and things, up around the top, and then the left hand side where all my tools are. I don't want to put stuff on this overlay that's going to cover anything out here. I just want it to cover the stuff at the edges. In other words, I don't want it to interfere with where we're drawing. But since it's hard for me to tell like the dimensions here and transfer them onto here, like maybe the overlay is like this. You know, the controls are over on this side, and then top edge where all these buttons are is up along here. And then over here is about like this. And then just a little tiny edge at the bottom, it's almost nothing. So then that would create like a zone or a map for me where I can see where not to draw. And make sure I'm only drawing in these sort of guidelines that I make for myself. If that's what you were asking. So I'm wondering if there's a way for me to do that, to get these ratios a little bit better. If there's only way I could like draw straight onto the monitor, like have something fully maximized on it, or measure these in, well, I don't know, these have to be like a percentage. I don't know. I think we'll just have to estimate for now. And just trial and error. Well, anyway, if we do end up going too far over, the plus side is that, you know, if anything interferes in the drawing area, the plus side is that I pretty much just draw like straight in the middle. I'm not normally up here in these corner areas, so as long as we have some kind of zone in the middle that we can see art happening, I guess we're fine. I don't know if I want that to be here. First of all, let's undo all that. And grab this first layer. Turn off pressure opacity so we can make some solid area. And this will be the shadow color underneath the wreath part. And I'm just gonna just sort of visually estimate about where these areas will be as that sort of wreath comes up and over the corner. Can I make Ghostbusters? You mean, I mean, I'm sure I could draw something like that, although I would have to be careful not to like make their emblem and stuff so that they don't try to sue me. All those things are like copyrighted and trademarked. It's like with the Disney stuff, we had to be very careful not to get too close to their stuff or they get mad. And then that's like painful. But we can do stuff that's similar. I mean, fan art is perfectly fine. We just have to make sure not to cross any lines, right? Okay, we'll say that's the thing for our Ecto 1. Oh, you mean the car? Right. I know that's a complicated thing to do the car. I don't know if I can, like, to draw the whole car. I might have to draw a simpler version. I don't know. I will give it a try. But I have a lot of stuff on my plate right now, so forgive me if I can't get to it. Do I want to include this bottom part in here, or do I need to do this as as like a piece of the overlay instead of the whole thing. I still have to work on the idea of turning this overlay into the whole thing into an animated GIF, rather than having separate GIFs and then just assembling them in OBS. And I don't know how animations work in layers in here, so anyway, I have a lot of stuff to think about. It's gonna be kind of, I don't know, I guess it's gonna look kind of like camouflage or something. That's how I'm thinking of it. You know, like blobs of color. I wonder if that needs to be in the background. We can do like another layer here and have like a tree. And this other one, we were gonna have a tree. So we're trying to do this, and I'm trying to do this, but I think this should be on its own layer. This needs to be on its own layer. Wow, so that could be one. So let's try and break that down while we're doing this. Layer plan. So let's do this. Well, that's in red too. Is pink bright enough? I think that'll work. So this will be one, I think. No, hold on. We need to have this as one. Then these that's like ornaments and pine cones for right now. And that's two. Then this is its own layer back here, and this has to have its own. This could be all in one, and then the fireplace might need its own layer, so this would be the whole thing would be 3, and then in here 4 for this, for fire. Then this one, the tree is on its own. This isn't the order in which they will go. It's just me counting up layers. 5. Up here will be gifts, presents, right, these are presents over here. And we're going to try to make up a list. So everyone help me out. I think You're on. Did I get you on the list? We're trying to get a list. I'm trying to get a list of our very regulars. So we can put name tags and stuff on presents and ornaments for everybody. So people who are here all the time, you're getting your name on the tree or on stockings. We're going to do Christmas stockings and all that. Or we'll try to. It's a lot of work. But I like these big projects. The Halloween thing was really a lot of fun. I liked having a long time to really work on that. Okay, so here we've got I wish I could just collapse that pane. Okay, we can do that. Here we go. Do Christmas stockings and tags on gifts for the overlay and artworks. So we have some of these. I want to make sure that we don't miss anybody. Okay, I don't think Servo is in here. Servo is not here all the time, but Servo is still legacy. So Servo gets his name on a gift. There you go. Am I sure that you're not here all the time? You do come in here though. You do come in here more than most. But you get your name on a present. There's Woo Woo. There's Ulrich, Garrett, Nixt, Senior Hefe. I don't think I put Tim Coolish on there. Okay, hold on. We've got Pi. Super cool guy. You're in here. Tim Coolish. Okay. We have the super cool guy. We have Pi, Pilar Zen, Heimdall. Joy killed it. I'm making a present for Joy. She loved Christmas. 100 player. Arpeggiatura. Dick Danza. Servo. Who are we forgetting? And we'll, if you think of anyone I'm forgetting, we'll put them on the list. Oh. Tim Coolish. There we go. Now, the super cool guy is going to be at the top of the tree as well. The little, the frog that I made for him. We'll make it like a toy, and we'll put it on the top of the tree there. We're going to have toys and stuff down here, so there'll be name tags on the presents. And if anyone thinks of someone else, let me know. Oh, okay, hold on. We need to have a car tube, of course. How could I forget? Oh. Yeah. We have to do that. And even though he's not here, we have to put Kilgore on there. We need an ornament for Kilgore. We'll do like a little guitar ornament in the tree. Trout all the way. We'll put a little trout. There. We just have to make sure we're using our space wisely. Because then we're going to have the scenery down here. Like this will be another one. So gifts. That's 6. And this is just 7. This is the scenery. And then this is his own separate. Like this is going to be also part of this. And then he is separate. And he's 8. Because he's going to be in an overlay. Oh, there you go. Flying Beat. There's another one. How are you doing? Welcome in. Let me... Yeah, I'm going to put your name on the list. You're on the list now. Do you know why? Do you know what list? This is going to be an overlay for the stream, and we're going to have a Christmas tree, and we're going to have gifts and stuff and ornaments and stuff, and everyone's going to get like their name on a Christmas present or on an ornament or something like that. Oh, there you go. Super cool guy has approved you as well. You might be able to see in chat. He's watching from YouTube. Although I know the chat over here is probably hard to read. Okay, I think this works. Ooh, that's a lot of layers. But we're doing multiple layers within layers. So they'll all have to get like rasterized before being assembled. Or well, we'll create like a rasterized version of everything. We'll just export it as a PNG to preserve the transparencies of all these things, and then we'll be good to go. Okay. Although, look, we got a lot of names. They might be small. We might have to zoom in to see them. I just want everyone to know they might not all be easily readable. And I apologize in advance for that. I'm now trying to figure out how to do this wreath part. I think also this might get us a little too far into the overlay. I mean, into the working area. Yeah, let's not go so aggressive. And let's see. I wonder if I have something like a brush that would do these things. I bet you I have like some foliage brushes or something. Because otherwise I'll just use this and do that. And in fact, I probably would do better to make that a little tougher. Oh, well, first of all, could turn on pressure opacity so it's not completely killing it. We can make them very painterly. I need to work in the other direction. These need to go on backwards as well. And I also need to switch back and forth to this pressure opacity. That needs to be much, much brighter. Yeah, so let's see if I've got like a brush for that. That might actually just help it. I have some Mark Brunet brushes. I think he has some foliage stuff in here. Like foliage as in leaves, tree leaves and stuff, and branches, bushes, trees. Getting layered, son. Let's see, line art. His cube brush is very good. You know, it was Mark Brunet's cube brush that I used to learn how to do my shading and rendering that I do. And I actually then created my own brush. I used this one for a long time, and then I created my own. I created this one. I made my own. Well, that's not the one. There. This one that I use. I made my own version, and yeah. In fact, I drew the brush head for this. And the lines you're seeing aren't representative of the entire thing. They're just showing the more opaque areas, the gaps that you're seeing that make it look ragged. That's the more transparent areas. Because I really did sort of draw it like this. So that there was a lot of very deliberate, soft areas and nothing completely opaque. That's how it gives me this brushy look. And I used his cube brush to create my brush shape. Connections, you see? So literally I'm connected to Mark Brunet. Okay, and if you don't know who he is, he was he is and was, I don't know, does he still work for Blizzard? He worked for Blizzard. He was one of their artists. You know, I guess games, and I don't know what he worked on. Maybe character design. He probably was a character designer, right? I think I knew at one time. You know, I don't really necessarily follow the work of Blizzard artists. It's not like comic books and stuff. I do follow comic artists. Let's see. Oh, I have to get myself back on track here. I don't know, I just went on a whole Mark Brunet rant and forgot what I was doing. Why did I have a lock on it? Oh, did I lock the thing? Oh. Why am I not using these brushes? Well, that is just a texture. Once I start to render, that would all go away. But that would be cool for doing top textures, like stuff on top of other things. So all the rendering is underneath, and then this would be like a surfaced thing. Oh, cool. You know what? This could almost be the one we were looking for. But I think I have this whole set of his brushes. I think we can find something better. He does specifically have a set of foliage brushes that are in here. Man, I have so many brushes and I use like 3. Here's foliage, foliage. Dry brush, nothing up there. Some of these I'm not really into. I'm not into most brushes. But see, it's got a texture in there. It's just a canvas texture. It's really not going to work for me. These are things that, you know, have to go on as a like a highlight or something. But for rendering, where I'm like shading, it's going to be smeary. How's that do? Does it maintain the canvas texture? It kind of doesn't when we go back over it. No. So, not for me. Anything with a texture in it is not my deal. I know he has like specific foliage brushes. I was just checking the upper parts just to make sure that there wasn't something else. Sometimes things are just thrown in together in a pack and they might be labeled something different and just be organized weirdly by the default sorting. So it might not have been how they were supposed to be used or intended to be sorted. Skin cavity, that's weird brush there. Like honestly, I've never looked for a skin cavity brush in my life. Canvas folds. No. Those are just bushes. I don't know if any of this is going to help. I'm probably going to have to... No. No. What do you do? What do you call grass texture? No, pine cones aren't like that. I kind of like the sketchiness of that, but no. Leaves, no. Yeah, I don't think it has anything that's gonna be helpful. Wow, Mark. Just wow. Well, then maybe we have something over here we can use. Don't I have a multiple line brush? How does that work? I think it's better for calligraphy. I don't think that's going to help anything other than draw more lines. Yeah. Hard round. No. Alright. Well, here, let's push that forward. Maybe the hairbrush is the winner. Why is this locked? Alright, maybe. What if we do it like this and then it's looking more like hair though, and it is a hair brush, like I get that. Can I use that to look like... Oh, it's pressure sensitive. Alright, well that's pretty cool. So, then what if we hold on a little harder, push a little harder and do like, just light little... like for highlights. No, I don't think I'm going to get the hang of this. Yuck. Alright, let's try to just, I guess, maybe go back to the brush. Unless we have something else in here. I just don't see anything else. We have some that are like way too much though. By way too much, I have certain brushes that just, I don't know what they're... Something happens and it just like bogs down the PC to use certain brushes. It's very strange. We don't really have anything. What effect? It's just called effect. The pen is deserted. No. Well, I dumped all that other stuff. I had a bunch. There was like 100 of them. No, wait. I had a 300 brush set. There it is. This dude had this mega pack. I'm like, how many brushes are in a mega pack? Several, apparently over 350. It took me forever to sort these things out. Hey, Arpeggiatura. Doing it all right. You're on the list. In case you wondered. Okay, these are blenders. Erasers. I haven't seen a preview that looks good. Did naughty last? Well, always. Ecto 1, you mean like today? Super cool guy? Like right now? I thought we were, you were just giving me requests for like what to draw for your birthday. Now. I can't do that right now. I'm sorry. We have a really long month ahead. So I really got to figure this out. I am sorry. I have to say no. I don't think this is going to work. That's just leaves. Here, we'll do this. I will get my brush back. Because those other brushes are just not what I want. I'm just going to go right back to this one, and then we'll do the hair one when I find it again. It's down here. All right. So we just paint this in, and maybe we'll have like a separate layer on top of that too. And when we like it, I'll just drop it down. It just needs to go in this direction. We have to go from right to left, I think. Has to be really dark, I guess. So anyway, Arpeggiatura, you're on the Christmas gift list. I mean, in the thing, in the overlay. You see, we're gonna have Christmas gifts and stuff, and we put like people's names on the tags. Or it might be an ornament. You might get an ornament or something. So we're gonna have names on stuff all over the place. No dolphins. I'm sorry, dolphins will not be involved. No, I'll tell you what, we'll make a dolphin ornament, but we'll put your name on the side of it. So we'll make ornaments, and yeah, I think we'll put the name on the side. Here, I'm gonna open up the list. So some people, if they make a request, will get, if I can accomplish it, an ornament in the shape of whatever they're asking for. The flying beats. Where are you, Arpeggiatura? Dolphin. Minimize that. Okay. Right now I'm trying to figure out how to do like a pine needle wreath, because this is going to be part of the overlay. It's going to be multiple layers. I'm going to try to make this into an animated GIF, or have layers as a GIF, and then like lights will blink off and on the tree, and like maybe we'll have like a strand of lights through here. People do it. I've seen people do it on their streams. We need to figure that out. Maybe there's a software that'll do it, or I could just do it with a GIF. It's the GIF that keeps on giving. I'm not sorry. Gentoo penguin would mean more. Wait a minute. You want... Okay. I've never even seen what this is. Can you find a link and link that in chat so I can look at it? I think penguins are pretty awesome, though, so I'm totally open. The third coffee soft brush. The brush you can literally do anything with. Especially you can especially paint frogs. It's literally made for it. For frogs by frogs. Let's get this going in a good direction. I don't like that. I want that darker. Yeah, but it's gonna be almost black. I know that is too much. It's too much, but it's not. I feel like it's lighter than it was. I'm going through that madness before where I keep thinking it's not. It's lighter each time. It's picking the color lighter. Even though it probably, it's just my craziness. Oh, here, hold on. Okay, have a good one. Have a good evening, super cool guy. Let me self-serving here. It's okay. Okay, now let's just drop you down. Get rid of that for now. And just go from this direction. You know what? I could actually make a brush for this. Here, hold on. It works better if you have the pressure opacity on. Alright, let's see if we can do this other one. Let's see if the hairbrush will do some good in this situation. Just use it for highlights. I don't like the way that's laying. Do I want to keep going over it though? Kind of not. These really cannot be rendered. The lines just... all the lines overwhelm each other and then you can't see anything. And then I start smudging into it when I push things around, so I should be careful. Oh, you did? Okay, cool. Let me have a look here. Okay, that's easy. We can do that. Let me make that note real quick here. Add delay. How do we spell that? Okay, no problem. It'll be easy to make. It'll be easy to draw. I thought it was going to be like really ornate or something. Of course, that's also not really that much of a problem. Here, move this so I can get my reference back up. You know what, let's go back through this and try again. I don't like how I started off with these. What I think I should do is what I just did a moment ago and sort of just strike the ends instead. Just to suggest them. That's probably better than like trying to draw all this stuff. Hopefully this reads like wreath. People are gonna maybe come in here and go, what in the hell is this thing? And why are you not in jail yet? First of all, that's kind of harsh. That's kind of mean. You should be ashamed of yourself. And then there's no second of all. Wrong direction, Braxton. Chinstrap penguins are more spotted. Ah, this extremely rare of all bluff. What did I just read? Alright, what if we do just keep on with this? That's good texture. You know, that hairbrush could actually be used for a lot of stuff. Well, this is going to be nearly black if we go all the way. But if we do it lightly, then it will be, go to the very edge and just up slightly. So just a hint of green in it. I was just commenting on how you led off with first of all and then conceded there wasn't a second of all. Oh, I see. I'm sorry. I'm just not like smart enough to get things like that. That's all. You were fine. It was my mistake. It just went over my head. Alright, thank you.
Servo1K asked me, what sort of frog type does the name Braxton Wise evoke? The name Braxton Wise sounds like it could belong to a wise and mystical frog. Maybe like a sage-old tree frog sitting at the top of the tallest tree in the swamp. Picture it with a little pair of glasses. Always ready with advice for the younger frogs hopping by. It's the kind of frog that might have hidden knowledge of the swamp and loves to share tales of its adventures.
Really? That was a good one. I'm really not liking this section here. I'm really messing this up. Can I fix this? Is it even possible to fix how scratchy that looks? I don't know, that looks like it's not like, oh, that's right. I wasn't. That's right, I was doing this black on top of it. Or underneath it. Or, I don't know, whatever. Whatever, leave me alone. I don't have to take this abuse. All I have to do is just sit here and rant like a maniac. You use AI productively. Wait, what did you do? What did you do? Or was you just you're talking this about the SpongeBob thing? I like it. I like the whole wise old sage frog. Pardon me while I loudly chug my coffee before it goes cold. I just remembered I had some. I get focused on this and then I forget to drink anything. And I've got coffee sitting here and getting cold. I don't like this. I'm messing this up or something. I have to fix that. It's not like this looks passable at all, but I'm just sort of thinking it looks better than nothing, right? You know what? It actually might be better for us to fade out the edges of things too. It might look better. We don't really need, let's just drop that down. Oh, hey, you know what? Well, I don't know. Well, maybe we could. What if we do this? What if we go to transparent? Ooh, that's too good, man. That is just too good. Someone needs to step in here right now so I can slap him. Because that's just too good. Slaps need to happen. I'm not even kidding right now. I don't know what I'm talking about. Slapping people. That's so good. I could just slap you right now. Right now. I'm losing it. Alright. Wait, was this on transparent? I think so. Yeah, that is too good. Wait, you have to get merged down. I'm the same way with lost heat on the beverage right next to you while you are concentrating art. Yes. Man, I have to have my Yeti clamping down on some of the heat loss there. Or I'd be drinking cold coffee all the time. It's like the only way I can get something even halfway lukewarm after I forget, you know, get like lost in something. This could be a fun brush to use as an eraser. Okay, hold on, this needs to be changed. Darn it, don't do that. I want to get those scratches out. And then go to the hairbrush, which is still an eraser at the moment. Well, no way it isn't. What is the button for that? Anybody? Anybody? What is the button for that? Oh yeah. It's just too good. I'm having moments right now. I like that. I like that effect a lot. I've not asked it a question about anything perverse like most dummies do. I appreciate that. I really do like to keep the stream family friendly these days. We have an 8-year-old viewer that happens in on occasion. I like making sure we don't like fill his head full of crazy stuff. I think I'm going too hardcore on that. I'm not liking how this is. Maybe if I use my smudge. Yeti eating spaghetti. Well, I don't know if it's a mug. It's not really an actual Yeti in here to keep my coffee warm. Mr. Atomic. How are you? This is our plan. Get ready. Are you ready? Okay, so all this is going to be overlay for the stream. Can you see my cursor? I can turn on the pointer thing. Over here on the right, we have a tree. We're going to have a Christmas tree. We'll have ornaments. We'll have to zoom in, but we'll like make ornaments and put people's names on them. And we'll also, you know, like viewers, stream viewers, we'll put names on ornaments. We'll personalize some ornaments. We'll have toys and presents, also with gift tags for viewers. I'll put some stockings back here. And this is all going to be one thing. This will be like the middle part of the overlay, and then when the stream starts, this middle part will vanish and the stream will be in the middle. So it'll just be background layer and then stream layer and then foreground and the other layers on top. And this is like, you know, Santa putting presents under the tree and by the fireplace, and these are all the different layers we're going to have as I assemble all this. Over here we're going to have, in the lower left, we have Santa delivering presents. These will be frogs instead of reindeer. Little town below. I'm going to do him separate and make him my animated talking frog, like what I've got right here. Well, you can't see. Can you see him? No, because my frog was in the way. So he is going to be in place of my current frog, and we'll overlay him and line him up with this. So that's why he's on his own layer. This is really getting complicated. These are going to be pine cones and ornaments. And I'm working on the pink zone today, which is the wreath in the corner. Okay, now after all that, I'm going to try to do blinking lights on the tree. And maybe little blinking lights on the houses in the town. Ooh, that'd be neat. And ooh, smoke from the chimneys. Little houses with little chimneys and little like chimneys. I mean chimneys, like smoke coming up. Yeah, little. And I feel like we're gonna do. I think I'm gonna do this as an animated GIF. Can you do? Yes, you can. I'm sure you can do a GIF of any size, right? So I'm literally going to do an animated overlay, and the whole thing's going to be a giant GIF. I think. It's going to have to be multiple layers of them, though. They support transparency, right? Yeah, because that's how they do the on-screen animations, isn't it? Like for bits and other stuff. Aren't they GIFs or like little video files? I mean, that's all a GIF is. I think this is gonna be awesome, but I have enormous amounts of work. I even want to make the fireplace flicker, because if I can figure out how to GIF this, then all this becomes easy. Because we just have to do it in animated frames. That's all I'm thinking. It was just all of this becomes a frame in an animation. And then frame 2 is just lights. So we have like empty frames with just lights coming on and, you know, the off, on, off, on. So really the whole thing doesn't have to be animated. We just create a GIF layer that's transparent, and we just pop in the lights, and we just use this as a background for it when we do the animated lights. Yeah. Is that your third coffee? You are one coffee ahead of me. I've only had 2. So this is the the current plan. Okay, I have to save. It's next to you cold. Yeah. I know the feel. Get Yeti. They're pricey, but they save you so much in microwave bills. Of reheating your coffee when you forget. I didn't have anything on here, did I? No, I think I dropped it down. Okay, I think this is, you know, does this look like wreath-like? I'm also sort of estimating what this will cover, you know, because it's going to extend up and over all the controls in here. And I don't really know of a good way to sort of to map this out. You know what? Maybe I could do a... Right. Right. Okay. Right. So how about this? And I'll write this down because I'm not going to do it today. We'll screenshot. Right. Maybe we could just quickly do it to... Oh, wait. Did I put you on the list, Siler? Right. You guys are supposed to tell me when I forget somebody. Wow. Look at how everyone's just shirking responsibility. There you go. You're on the list now. Looks like a thank you. Okay. Siler Atomic, you're on the list. Well, you're on the gift list. We're gonna have like all the gifts, presents, and stuff under the tree, and you're gonna get like a gift tag on a box, or you'll get your name on an ornament or something. We might even have to do gifts in here too, and even like some stockings like along the wall and like that. It depends on how many names we need to put in here. Although it may not be easy to see because they're going to be small and it's going to be just in the overlay and stuff. But you know, I think it's the thought that counts. You know. And we'll send out a copy. I'll put up like a printout, or not a printout, but I'll do like a PNG of the entire thing, and then upload that to my Gumroad or something, so everyone can go there and get it for free. Just download it, their own copy, like a memento, and then you can see your name. Man, I don't know if it has to be in my Gumroad. It just has to be some way for people to download it. Maybe it's, well, I don't know. Then they'd have to join the Discord, right? So I'm having an internal conversation, and you're only hearing one side of it as I argue with with inner monologue racks. All right. Take a breath. Layer 2. So we need to do ornaments of some kind. I've got these in this one little dealie. Here, let's grab my other brush. Let's try to figure out how to make ornaments. Oh, we could do that easy. And like, well, we could make them way too perfect. That might not be good. You know how I don't like adding perfect lines into the hand-drawn stuff, but it's temptingly easy though. So if we do this lips, and we'll do this on a I'm wondering if we should do that on a vector layer. Maybe. Well, we have more ability to move it around if we do it on a vector. Okay, hold on. That's neat. That's a bit too thick, however. What is our line spacing or line side width? something. We really only need something like this. Alright, where's my shift? Right, then as it's on its own layer, we'll take this, refer to editing layer only, and then now we got the inside of that, and we'll take I could grow that selection though, couldn't I? To encompass the entire thing. I could. How many? How many? 1, 2. How many, like what size of brush do we have? It does not say. I don't remember either. Does anyone remember? Let's say, I don't know, just visually say that's a... Well, we can do it again. Increase by 2. Alright, let's do 3 this time. Okay, so that totally, I think, encompasses the vectored area. I believe, is that 5? We must have a 5 pixel brush, right? Mr. Hefe. Someone will request coal for a joke. No, we'll give them a stocking full of coal. We'll do that. I'll do that. Sometimes certain people, I'll decide that they get coal in their stocking. Just as a joke, a friendly joke. The friendliest of jokes. What's up, Hefe? Are you obsessing Siler right there? I think that's fine. We'll do this, and then I'll come down to here. I'll grab I don't know, this brush, because why not? Because, you know, why not? And there. So we can take this. We don't need that anymore. And well, we will still use it. Do another layer. Do I want the airbrush? I'll turn that off or on. And then what here? Like a pink. After much deliberation, we actually got underway today. Go us. How does that go? It's got this sort of deal going on. The ornament that I have actually has lines in it, so I don't want to do something like that. Let's go to my airbrush, see if that'll help. I should have used it first. I don't know if we're doing that right. Let me try to go over that and just correct literally everything. Okay, and we'll do like a little shine. A little too much. A little too wild on that. It's hard to see past that line. Or around it, I guess. Okay, I think that works. So now we have one of these. Let's try to do... We'll leave that. We'll make a chicken layer. And we'll figure out some kind of a... whatever they call it, a finial sort of deal on the top. Like a ferrule. What do they call the little top part? I'm never good at doing like choosing gold colors or brass. We gave ourselves enough room. I was sort of hesitating to zoom in, but then I realized this is actually kind of big enough. It's a little bit larger than the last one we did, isn't it? Or did we do the Frankenstein one at this resolution? It has to go straight across. Because it's domed. Although I don't know if that reads well. There, that would be helpful. Currently it's a tomato. I don't know, I'm not liking this domed part. I feel like I'm not making it read well. Maybe make it a little bit. Because really my eye wants to see it as the top in this way. So we might have to just do it that way. Because I think the average person is going to see it this way more than the way I see it, and it's a photograph is what I'm looking at. So I do feel like the human eye is going to pick up on that and see the top of a cylinder instead of a domed ornament top. Choose darker browns. What you mean for the brassy colors, you mean? Well, I'm sort of darkening as I go in layers, but if you're saying that's like how to make them look more metallic, that could be a thing. Let's this one goes here. Make that a little bit more shallow. Actually, this whole thing needs to be more shallow. This is basically on the side of this ornament. It shouldn't even be that far down in there. I just wasn't thinking. Maybe there could be a fire in the background casting an orange light on it. Well, what will happen is in the overlay we'll hopefully have animated lights coming on, off and on. And when they come on, I'll put like a tinge of color lined up with where the ornaments are, so that it'll look like, you know, transparent, so it'll look like they're lighting up with the lights. Because the layer is just going to be full transparent, it'll overlay onto this and it'll just be color and then a frame of no color. Or if I make physical lights, then light on, light off, and then I'll have a shine right here, but you won't see this. It'll be overlaid on top of that. Man, that's gonna be a lot of detail. Well, that's comes with the territory, I guess. What's the matter, Braxton? You said you like doing big projects. I know. Don't use my words against me. You know what? I noticed on metal, it tends to go up and over the edge of stuff, but it gets skinnier. Like there'll be like this thing, so I'll have like a lighter color on the sides, and then it'll reduce to this darker bit in the middle, like a stripe of color there, and then it'll get skinny and right up over the top. But then these things also kind of get up over the edge too. These things sort of ignore the shine, the edges, the shines, in a way. It is almost a complete ball. Here we go. I want to obscure this a little bit. This is not going to be incredibly accurate here. I think the metal would reflect a little bit of the metal, so I'm just gonna let it be transparent as if it's picking up some of the red color. In fact, we might even tinge it with a little bit of red. It's maybe too much. Oh wait, well here's your problem. I'm forever forgetting to turn the pressure opacity off and on. Just put a light haze of red on there. And down here in the other areas. So it's like it's picking up the color of its own thing. I don't know if that really comes through at all. Okay. Now we have one, we can make multiples. Right? We'll go into developer mode. No, wait. We've got this, and then what do? We say copy, paste. And grab it. What do we want? We'll start down here on the left. Give it a little tilt. Copy, paste. Like magic. You can tuck this in over here. Yeah, some should go off the page. That absolutely needs to be a thing. If we do that though, anyway, that one's fine. We'll have to merge all these down, and then I'll grab that one and maybe change this lower one here, and maybe change it into or just tilt it a little bit more. I kind of don't like the way I have it tilted. But we'll have to use a different one now. Wait, can I paste it? In its whole form? No, I can't. It's... Go backwards. We'll do these first. We'll do whole ones first, and then we'll do half ones. Or I'll just keep track of what I'm doing this time. We'll merge them down. How about that? How about that? Wait, is that a copy on another one? It is. Oh, right. That's right, that's the one we had there. Well, nah, I just have to figure out where it is, because I need to do these in the right way. There. We'll just keep going back to this one. Copy, paste. I don't think I want them to overlap. Should there be that many that they overlap? Okay, we can do that. We can put a lot of ornaments on there then. But then that means we have to overlap. A lot of them. Maybe it's too much. I kind of really want that one to overlap though. There. We'll do this one up here, so then I'm not like freaked out by the direction of it. Sorry, they're just updating my dashboard there. Okay, so back to it. Did I already copy that one? I don't know. I might have. We're having too many of these up here. Let's not do too many. Like, we're getting way out into it now. Let's cancel that one. Let's delete that one. We're going overboard on these things. Which one are you? How about we get rid of this one up here? What is that one here? We'll okay that one and figure out what you are. You're fine. You're, I don't want you. And okay, let's merge those down. And we'll go to which one is that one on? Did I put that all on one layer? Yes, I did. Okay, how about we don't use that one? I don't know, maybe move them out. I think it's fine. We don't need more than that. It'll be fine. Let's merge that down. I hope that's an R. It looks like an M. R and an N together look like an M. Right, that is wreath. There, wreath. And you go in here. Okay. Got a long couple of months ahead. This is fine. Here's a crazed sketch, which we have completed 1 and 2, because the ornaments and stuff are this field too. So the pink and the brownish, whatever it is that I did. There's the original amazing sketch. It's hard to believe that an adult drew this. I get it. Okay. Let's make another layer on top. There. That's our finished layer. So that's the layer where we tell what? Where we tell there. Where we tell it when we're done. Do we finish the section? It just is. We just put a little check mark. Oh, that's good. Green circle. Okay, and we got these, and then I think this is a good stopping point. Even though it doesn't seem like much got done, but a whole lot of information got sorted out today, and you know, like clear direction. I also figured out how to sort of fake out a wreath design, and yeah, because tonight the homework really starts, where I need to figure out how to, or do planning for like making this into a giant GIF, and having a GIF layer at least in here in my OBS that will be on top of these things, and having lights and shines and other animations. Ooh, neat, like a little train. That's right. Right. We could have like a little train set. Could I animate a little train set going around the tree? I don't know if I can do something like that. Do I even have enough time in my life for that? Probably not. Okay, everyone have a really great day. I'm just gonna jet. I want y'all to think of me fondly. And I don't know. Go have dinner. Go eat a snack. Snack time.